What's up with y'all, man? Welcome back to PSN Commands Network. We got a lot to talk about this evening. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We just hit 4,000 subscribers, rolled to 5,000. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, and let's continue to grow this family as much as we can. We'll get to the verse of the day after this intro, and we'll get right onto today's live stream. Welcome back to PSN Command Network. Your boy Tonka A Tech. I'm back on the video, man. If I get to a glory to God, for our God's heart and all God's open doors and pay away for all people in the Lord's name for today's video. I'm here about the Washington Commanders. If I get too far into it, give it the amazing verse of the day from our Lord and Savior, and we'll get right into today's live stream. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this verse of the day for you. This is from 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. It says as follows: do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. On the contrary, pay evil with blessing. Because to this you were called, so that you may inherit a blessing. That's something I gotta take to heart too. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram or follow my personal Instagram, but I had a guy accused me of being gay and said my content sucks, and basically trying to make me feel I'm a sucker or whatever. And I went back with another insult. So that's to myself, man. Take it with grace. You know what I'm saying? Take the insults like I will take persecution as a Christian, and I'll be all right, man. But we're back with another video. Let's get right into tonight's live stream. I don't waste so much of your time. Probably gonna wait for like 30 minutes. We'll talk about this Myles Garrett thing very briefly. I'll talk Cooper Kupp as well. I'm gonna keep that one super short. And would you want Darius Slayton? Because I know John Kahn brought up Darius Slayton in a I think in a podcast episode. So let's talk about Myles Garrett. We know Myles Garrett requested a trade less than 48 hours ago. That guy like Swagoo, aka what's his name, bro? Marcus Spears, saying that we should call the Browns about Myles Garrett's availability. And we should probably try to trade for him. The other guys out there, like Dan Orlowski, all the talking heads, so we should trade for Myles Garrett. I want to talk about, should we do it? Would the Browns even entertain it? And what would it take to get Myles Garrett? And what kind of contract are we inheriting too? And what kind of cap ramifications will be for the Browns and for us? Let's talk about it. So let's see here. Slayton will be a great third option, not second. I agree with that. But yeah, we'll talk Darius Slayton in a moment. I'll get to him in a second. Because Pedro Smith has some very, very kind but interesting words about Darius Slayton. I'm gonna give my rebuttal to that. Let's start with the Myles Garrett thing. Saw his contract, right? So let's talk about Myles Garrett. So this is cap hit for this year. This cap hit $19.7 million. Just the cash he will earn. And it's his career earns, right? So they have 3 void years on his contract. One for $37 million, another for 12, 8, and 4. So there's a lot of void years on this deal that you would have to inherit, by the way, if you were to trade for him. Let's see, match contract. You can't do it here, I guess. I'm trying to see what's the ramifications. Let's see. Okay. Needs a $18 million roster bonus at the beginning of the new league year. Same with the 2026 roster bonus as well. There we go. So it's just that's what I'm looking for. Let's see the cap. So all right, pre June 1 release, pre 6-1 trade. It would eat up $36 million in dead cap and it will lose $16 million in cap space. Post June 1st trade, they can separate the dead cap into 2 different years, but they only save $5 million. They did the trade as a post June 1st trade. They're still not really saving any money by doing that. So from the Browns perspective, I see why they wouldn't trade Myles Garrett at all. And shout out to Louis T for that also because they have a young GM and Andrew Berry that wants to win now. And if you want to win now, you need a guy like Myles Garrett on your roster. So from the Browns perspective, I wouldn't even entertain trading Myles Garrett. But on the Commander side, right? Should we do it? We should call the Browns. Call the Browns. If Myles Garrett becomes available, you should call the Browns, right? What would it take to get Myles Garrett? 2 ones. 2 first-round picks, and you throw in a 2027, let's say, 4th round. And they give you Myles Garrett in a 6. That's what I think a Myles Garrett trade would look like. 3 ones, that's for quarterbacks. That's a quarterback trade. Like, that's a quarterback trade. It's not for a quarterback, so I wouldn't expect that. I'll get to the Cooper Kupp thing in a second. But yeah, I think 2 firsts should get the job done. But I think other teams will be involved. I don't think we're the only competition that's going to try to go get this guy. The Bears will be involved as well because the Bears, they've got Chicago. They try and win now too. Ryan Poles on his last leg in Chicago, and if it doesn't work out this year, I think he'll get fired. So maybe give it that knife pick if you're the Browns. I'm gonna get to that. I'm not trying to spoil anything. I'm gonna get to that. Stop spoiling stuff. I'll get to that. So I'm about to say. With that being said, I think the Browns probably won't trade Myles Garrett. I think they personally should, but I don't think they will. And that's my thing. I don't think they're actually gonna go through with it. I think it'll be too scary. They're not gonna do it. I personally would do it if I found the Browns. Because you're not in win now mode. Like, are you really in win now mode? I guess in a way, but if you're gonna bring a rookie quarterback in, Deshaun Watson ain't playing this year. They're in a weird situation if you're the Cleveland Browns. Now they're getting a lot of cap saving by doing this. I think they would be more enticed to trade them, but the fact they're losing cap space and they're losing a player, and you're only getting draft picks in return, probably won't be the most enticing thing to do. Especially when you're trying to win and keep your job if you're Andrew Berry. So I think it's a tough one, but I think 2 ones will get it done if he were to get traded. And I think it's an interesting move if they were to do so. Let's talk about Cooper Kupp now, because I want to talk about this. This is not going to take long at all. Because to be honest, I don't think this is going to even happen. So, Cooper Kupp, 32-year-old wide receiver, going to he will be 39, 32 years old going into the 2025 NFL season. Really solid receiver for most of his career. Third round pick out of Eastern Washington. He's earned about $100 million in his career. His cap hit for the 2025 season is absolutely disgusting. We're going to get his contract right now, and they ain't looking too hot. So, injury world 2022 season, as we can see here, his cap hit was 17.8, which is not terrible for a good wide receiver. Only eating up 8.5 with the cap, $47 million they would cut him. Same here, his cap hit was a little lower, His cap hit was almost $30 million in 2024 at age 30. The potential out here be $22 million in dead cap. They would save $7.5 million. They would release him. We can see here, that's now they trade him. They would get 12 million. So they're trying to move him. They're trying to move him for sure. They will get $12.5 million back. Post June 1st trade, they will get $20 million. Now, if you look at the release thing right here, they would get 7.5 pre new league year. After the new league year, they eat more dead money and they get less. Post June 1st, though, they would get $15 million in savings. So, but they can't use that savings until June 1st. So the question is, it will make no sense for the Washington Commanders to eat a $29.7 million cap hit for a 32-year-old wide receiver who hasn't had the seasons that he's had. He hasn't had a great season since 2021. Look at statistics real quick. So, played 12 games, started 11, 637 snaps. Only 59% of the snaps. 710 receiving yards, 6 receiving touchdowns. That's pretty good. That's some pretty good numbers. Not terrible. Pretty good numbers. Not nothing great. But I say he's about to turn 32. And 1 fumble. Year before that, he played 12 games, 83% of the snaps. So he played way less snaps, way less percentage of the snaps. Had 8 less catches in 27 more. So he's a solid producer. If he's going to play 6% of the snaps and you get him at a free agency type of thing, I would sign Cooper Kupp. I wouldn't necessarily trade. I wouldn't trade for him. I want to trade a 5th round pick. I don't think take a 5th round pick to get Cooper Kupp. Probably take a 7th round pick because this contract is disgusting. I don't want to take on the contract. So I would let the Rams cut him loose. Another season here, only played 9 games, injury prone. He played 95% of the snaps he was actually available for. 75 receptions, 812 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's consistent. 92 for 974. He played 75% of snaps. He started only 3 games in 2020. Played in 15 though. 842 yards. He played 16, started 10. 907 snaps, 8% of the snaps he was available for. 94 receptions, 1,100 yards, almost 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. So he's been consistently anything between a 500-yard receiver and 1,100-yard receiver for his career. But he's been more like a 500 to 900-yard receiver for most of his career. So Cooper Kupp is solid. I wouldn't trade for him though. I think he's gonna get cut. I think he's gonna release him. They're not gonna find a trade partner. Like, no one's taking on that salary. They can make it a post June 1st release, save them $15 million in cap space. So I think it just makes sense to designate that June 1st cut and go ahead and let them go, and the Commanders can sign for what they want, right? I think that'd be solid. If they sign Cooper Kupp as a free agent, I wouldn't trade for him. He would be my first choice. My first choice is T. Higgins, of course. My second choice would be Chris Godwin. My third choice would be Ken Allen. My fourth choice would be the guy we're going to talk about. And then my fifth choice would be Cooper Kupp. Cooper would be 5th on my list. After the guy I'm going to talk about in a second. But he's not my main priority when it comes to wide receivers. I think he really has feasted off that Sean McVay system and all the motion stuff like that. I don't think he'd be a great fit for what we have here in the DMV with a less motion like offense for him. I don't think he's a great fit. I think he's a great fit for teams like San Francisco, teams that have a Shanahan disciple, or Shanahan himself, he fits those teams more than they fit a Washington Commanders, Cliff Kingsbury called offense. So Cooper won't be a great fit here. I think a guy like Marquise Brown would be a better fit. I think a guy like Darius Slayton is also a better fit. We'll talk about Darius Slayton in a moment. I think a guy like even like DeAndre Hopkins is an okay fit. He played with Cliff before. Christian Kirk, if he was released, I think that would be my go-to. I think who will end up with if Christian Kirk is cut, I think we'll end up with Christian Kirk and Darius Slayton. That's what I think we'll end up with if we don't get into big names. But I'll get the predictions, much more deeper predictions, and why I say that in another video. But let's get to Darius Slayton real quick, because Darius Slayton is a very interesting wide receiver. I like Darius Slayton. I think he's solid, man. I think he's a solid guy. Darius Slayton's not terrible by any stretch. He's really solid. He's a guy that consistently produces, which I like a lot. I like my guys to produce at a consistent level. And that's exactly what Darius Slayton does. We're going to talk about his statistics and all that type of stuff as well. He's 6'1", born in 1997, so he is 28 years of age, about 200 pounds, pause. Let's see what he did this year and his other years in the league. And we'll talk about if I would sign him or not. And then we'll go ahead and wrap up the stream. I'm not going to be on it too long. I have a much more deeper stream tomorrow for you guys. But let's look at it. So that's a crazy score, by the way. And it's flag football, I get it. But what the hell? So deep. 6'1", 198 pounds, 20 years old, came out of Auburn. They were drafted in 2019 along with Terry McLaurin. So that makes sense why they're in the same draft class. They're a year apart from each other. So 39 receptions for 573 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 14.7 yards per catch is what he did this year with the New York Giants, led by Daniel Jones, Tommy DeVito, Tim Boyle, and also Drew Lock. He had 71 targets, so the reception to target ratio is disgusting. That's terrible. It's actually kind of bad. But let's look at the game log. Let's look at the game log and let's see what Darius Slayton hitting on right now. So 1 catch, 32 yards, and a touchdown. That was in the win versus the Colts. He didn't catch a pass. Only had 1 target in the Week 18 finale. 2 for 21 in this game. 1 for 16. 2 for 27. 2 for 8. That sucks. 3 for 49 in the Washington loss in Week 9. Only 2 targets, no catches. In the Bucks game, let's see here. 4 for 108 in the Pittsburgh loss in October. Yeah, for a 43-yard catch in that game, which is pretty good. He does stretch the field pretty well, by the way. 1 for 11 in a blowout. That's not surprising. When you score 3 points, you're not going to get any production. 11 targets for him in this game, 6 for 57. I think that's when Malik Neighbors was still out, by the way. 8 for 122. I think that Malik Neighbors was out for that game. And also had a touchdown, 15.3 yards per catch. Really good game there against the Seahawks. Only had 2 100-yard games last year. 3 for 56 and 18.7 yards per catch. 3 for 33 in the first Washington game in Week 2. And he had 3 for 26 in Week 1 versus the Minnesota Vikings. Let's see what he did his rest of his career, though. Let's see what that's hit on the rest of his career. I'm just looking at the rest of his stats. I'm not going to look at game loss for the rest of the season. For the rest of the other seasons. We'll just look at what he did. Other seasons. 2019, 84 targets, 48 receptions, 740 yards, 8 tutties, 50 for 751 and 3. This game, this year, he was kind of down. What the heck happened with this? I don't have no questions. I don't know what the hell this was, but this is bad. I think something happened with the quarterback position. I don't know what happened. That's weird. But he bounced back in 2022, the year they made the playoffs. Last time they were in the playoffs, they finished 9-7-1 and made the postseason. He was kind of the de facto 1 that year. So 46 receptions, 724 yards, 2 TDs along with 55. That's pretty cool. He does have kind of a slight habit of fumbling. His 4 tumbles and losing said fumbles as well. But other than that, I think he's pretty solid. 770 last year with Tommy DeVito and Daniel Jones, 4 touchdowns. And this year he had 39 for 573. Also had to play with a mid-league neighbor, so that kind of hurt stats a little bit. Darius Slayton's a guy I'm interested in. I wouldn't just sign him by himself though. So if I can get a Chris Godwin or a T Higgins or one of these other bigger name wide receivers and for Stephon Diggs, I would sign up for a Stephon Diggs 1-year deal and a 2-year deal to Darius Slayton. I would sign up for that. Says you. Would you do that? I think it's also interesting. Hawk! What do Hawk? Would you sign up? Would you sign up for that? Would you sign up for that? I think that'd be interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that'd be interesting. I'd be interested in that actually. So I'm not gonna be on it too long. I just want to wrap to y'all real quick. About this whole Darius Slayton, not Darius Slayton thing. But that John kind of brought up. John kind I'm kind of glad he brought up because I am interested in Darius Slayton. I actually like Darius Slayton. If you did sign him, you couldn't sign a number. You had to sign a receiver on top of that. Just because I don't think Darius Slayton by himself is going to move the needle from a mid wide receiving core to a really good one. I do think he improved the wide receiving core a lot, though. Until you resigned Diami, you picked up a Marquise Brown, who's familiar, or Christian Kirk, and then you go get a guy like Darius Slayton. I have no problem with that. If you don't get one of the big name dudes, I think that's fine. That's another consistency plan. I want to talk about this whole name thing real quick. So I'm starting to get on the weather, so I don't think I'm gonna be on it too long. I probably need to get some rest and get my life together. I go to work tomorrow, but I'll be live tomorrow before I go to work or after I get home. It all depends on what's going on, but I'm glad the name is staying. The Commander's name is staying. I got tired of people asking for a name change. It was not going to happen, and you guys need to get over it. And for the people that got on X and called me gay and all the disrespectful comments about me, bro, that's goofy as hell, God. Over a name, dog. This is what we doing, bro. We doing this over a name. We got people dying in plane crashes, but you calling me all these names, disrespectful slurs about a name of a football team. That's disgusting. I don't appreciate it. And you're a goofy for that. And you will never hop on my channel, my comment section. I wish you would. I'd dog you out in this comment section. Or I'll get somebody to do it for me. Because I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm a kid with grace. Because y'all be tweaking on this internet. And y'all think people are just scary and people are scared of y'all. Nobody's scared of y'all on this internet. Y'all keyboard warriors, gang. Not for real. Darius Slayton is a speed guy though. Like I don't get what we're drafting a speed guy for. If Darius Slayton runs a 4.3, I don't understand that at all. Darius Slayton is playing fast enough to be your speed guy, bro. Now you're looking for a chain mover. I think we had to draft one of those, yeah. But he's the speed guy. He catches a bunch of bombs. That's what Darius Slayton does. So I don't need a speed guy per se. Now if you told me I signed Keenan Allen, then I ain't a speed guy. But you signed Darius Slayton and a guy like Marquise Brown. What more speed do you want, bro? And you bring back De'Ami Brown. What more speed do you want in the wide receiver? That's playing fast enough. And with Terry, that seemed fast enough to me, my guy. That seemed fast enough to me. But it's your comment there. I think he's a high-end wide receiver 3, a low-end wide receiver 2. Very low-end wide receiver 2, but really high-end 3. He's your 3, you're in really good shape. He's your 2, you're not in terrible shape, but you could definitely improve on it. So I think it's also an interesting one. I'm gonna take a couple more comments. I disagree with that. I'm gonna watch actual game tape. I can't say that because Darius to me seemed like a guy that can still take the top off the defense. He's not old. And we lost a step. Like, bro, definitely fast enough, gang. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, so I'm gonna quality watch some of these real quick just to see what you're talking about. Okay, you got a couple of like shorter routes. So I can't really tell because these guys on these shorter routes. They ain't trust Daniel Jones throw the ball down the field because he sucks. Mm, like he lost that to me. He's catching a lot of shorter routes in these highlights. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question. He like he lost a half a step possibly, but he looks like he's pretty much as fast as he usually is. Um, would y'all be comfortable for a receiver room of De'Ami Brown, of course Terry, Luke McCaffrey, Alame Zacchaeus, and you just add a guy like Darius Slayton? Are you comfortable with that? How much would he cost on an open market too? Let's look at that real quick. I'm also very stupid thing. But let's see what Spot Chat talk about what his contract value would be if he were to hit the open market, which I think he's going to hit the open market. No one is going to. Like, how far? Where are you looking to get a guy? I heard that name, Kyle Williams, the Washington State guy, right? I got to watch some tape. I can't really say how I feel about him yet. Oh, okay, so he just turned 28. Oh, he's relatively young then. Okay, cool. I think that's fine. What would his market value be? That's the question I want to ask myself real quick before we get out of here. 15.9. That's a little steep. I think it'd be a little lower than that. I think he can get something around 2 years, $25 million. I don't think anyone's gonna pay him almost $16 million a year to play wide receiver for them. So I think in 2 years, $25 million, when you might draft a guy like Kyle Williams, maybe in the fourth round, something like that. I don't want to receive it that early though. And we got so many other needs. If you pick up a Darius Slayton, I'm kind of cool with just get another guy like a Marquise Brown that's familiar with Cliff Kingsbury's system, and you can get a developmental receiver later on in the draft. I'm not really geeking for a receiver early, especially if you keep Diami for a 1-2 year deal. I think you're kind of cool with that. But yeah, Kyle Williams is an interesting guy. I've heard that name before. I've seen a couple like catches he made, like highlight tapes or like that. He can play some ball. So I'm intrigued to see his tape. I'm very, very intrigued. Shout out to Robert Payne for all the comments tonight. Very appreciate that. Shout out to Jarris as well for all the comments. So I'm doing this Improv 2 live stream so late. I'm just been tired as heck. I just got back from Orlando yesterday. I got on with Louis T. You haven't watched that, go watch that as well. I've seen Savion Williams, that TCU kid, right? He's like 6'5", like 225, 230, something like that. Big humongous receiver pause, super pause, super pause. No Diddy. We're not doing that over here, okay? But yeah, Savion Williams is like 6'5", tall as heck, high point the football, doing these, and like these, and these, and these, and like these, and the kids like these, and all that foolishness shit. That guy, yeah, he's interesting. He's another interesting guy. I think you can get him in the 5th round. I think we got a 5th round pick. I think that's a guy we're going after. We do have a 5th round pick. We got a 5th round pick back in the Marshall Lattimore trade. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah. So I think that'd be something. Savion Williams, you can get in the 5th round. I think you can get away with that. I think that's an interesting guy. You gotta keep asking for dudes with size. There you go. That's your guy with some height. With some height. With some height. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I just want to wrap y'all for 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and head to bed. I'm tired as heck, but I'm gonna wrap y'all real quick. You guys have a blessed one. Be easy, stay healthy. I'll be back with another longer stream tomorrow. I kind of want to give you guys like a really good off-season preview. I have some more recorded videos for you guys for the rest of the week as well. I just need a little time to knock them out, but I'm gonna go ahead and get some rest. I can knock those videos out for y'all guys. Trayvon Henderson and RJ Hobby. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about the running back position tomorrow. That's something I'm gonna bring up tomorrow. I like Omarion Hampton. I love that kid. I like Donovan Edwards. I like Trayvon Henderson. We're gonna talk about these running backs tomorrow. Show for sure. Have a good one. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great one. Be safe, stay healthy. Get some rest, fresh your bodies and minds and souls. And I will catch you guys tomorrow, man. Please be safe, stay healthy. I'll be on for an hour tomorrow with you guys. Probably around this time tomorrow. Or around, that 11 o'clock. So it's gonna be a late one. Keep that in mind. It'll be a late one. But I'll be on with you guys tomorrow. Peace.